say.
Yeah,
So your dad is ill.
Yeah, he worked in like the same industry with plastic. Bye, Kyla. Yeah, he worked with plastic since he was like 16. He wound up like owning the company and everything. Switched around a few companies, but for the most part was doing the same thing for his whole life. And then once he hit 50, he got cancer and lost his job at the same exact time. And when you lose your job, you lose your health care, and you suddenly have to pay like $33,000 for operations, and you have $50,000 worth of debt because of taxes, and you have a mortgage to pay off, and you have kids living in your house. They're trying to help you, but you still need to help them too, because you know, we don't have the most reliable jobs either. So.
But you guys have jobs?
Yes.
How many of you have jobs?
I have 3.
You have 3?
Yeah.
Holy cow, I'll come back to you in a
And you go to
second.
school?
Yeah.
Who else has jobs? You have a job? You have a job? You have a sneeze?
I got 1, but I work like 50 hours a week, so I feel like I have 3.
Right. So that's kind of your history with your dad, and all the economic and medical woes
it's
makes you come
like
out,
just
right?
my story. It's like
it's
the
universal
story now.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's
happening
really,
to everyone.
That's really what our money system right now is creating. It creates that through just the excessive need of the more money that we're just creating. It's a very greedy loophole, I would say. But not only that, but I would say the other aspect is the fact that we're still almost living in like the Stone Ages when it comes to our technology and the breakthroughs that we've had with how nature is actually, you know, surprisingly the most beneficial thing, you know, for us, and that we should be working to restore the earth, because the earth is what can give us complete renewable resources to, you know,
Sustainably
sustain us. Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. Thanks. And you have 3 jobs?
Yeah.
Wow. Why is that?
I mean, just so I have something when I get out of college. I'm obviously going to have a lot of loans.
So you're in college.
I want to have a head start on saving, so I have a life after college.
So what brings you out? If you're in college, you have 3 jobs. What motivates you to?
I think my biggest concern is education. One of my jobs, I've always worked with kids in school systems, whether it's public or private, but when I was graduating high school, they were laying off teachers like crazy, and classes are already crowded. Education isn't really getting students where they need to be, especially in comparison to the rest of the world.
Are you going to school to become a teacher?
No, but a lot of my friends are, and I'm concerned once they get out of college, are they going to have jobs?
Will you have a job when you get out? What are you?
Probably not. I'm an English major,
Oh,
so
okay.
kind of condemned to a life of poverty. But yeah, it's not good, and especially not just that education isn't what it should be, but the inequality from city to city. Like, if you're a kid born in Allentown, you're not going to get as much per capita spent on your education as someone in Bethlehem, and it's really not fair. Like, you would think the United States, the whole premise is everyone has equal opportunity to make themselves.
Right, that's what it was supposed to be. That's the ideal at any rate. All right.
My movement on the news. So I'm here to find out what you're doing without a filter.
Okay. I think the main issue with like when people find out about the occupation on the news is that the news isn't going to tell you what's really going on, or why these people are really occupying Zuccotti Park up in New York City, or why they're occupying anywhere in the United States. It's mainly a way for the news corporations are all owned by a corporate conglomerate, and they're not there to tell you the truth. They're there to pacify any type of news that is thrown your way that could either benefit or destroy your life. And basically to numb it down and dumb it down to points where you can understand, but while they continue to do that, they're skewing the truth, and they're putting in more lies. Like, the whole occupation is mainly, it's like a distress call from mainly the middle and the poor and the working class people.
That's why you get the 99% versus the 1.
because it's there's 1% of the population has unimaginable wealth, or yeah.
60% of our assets are owned by like the 1% of the wealthiest people. So that leaves 99% to struggle over the 40, and someone's always gonna get left out.
Yeah, and it ranges from anything from our schooling, our education that we get, which is getting poorer and poorer. They just keep taking the money out and expecting that nothing will happen. I don't think that also just throwing money at education is going to work. I think we actually need to go in, with the teachers and actually change the system where we learn how we can be human beings and be creative and